everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Browns going up against the 49ers.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The long of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, Hyde. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. He'll look to throw. Staying on his feet. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. as they run left side. And some space here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And it'll be second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And it's fielded at the 34. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, you know, he'd say, foul it away, lad. Foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie, or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. These say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. they'll give to Hyde. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd down following the run. Switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
First down, a run with Hyde. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To Decker over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Leopard, back there in Philly. Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He dumps it to Hyde. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The left side throw complete to Adams. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue, landed. Over.
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Davante Adams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Kaiser on 3rd and 2. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. That one goes for 24 yards. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Kaiser to throw it. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
First down, Kaiser. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll throw again. Kaiser. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know, when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. They were looking the way of Decker that time, and that'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Following the interception, Kaiser. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. A big play there just before halftime. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. In the red zone this time. From the red zone now, Kaiser. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Second down following the incompletion. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Come on, let's go. 38. Flex round.
Final play of the half. Kaiser. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he powers his way up past the 30. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Kaiser now on second down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Eric Armstead coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Kaiser. He's got him there. It's Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Let's go.
Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Let's go! What? Ohio! 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 Come on, let's go! What?
Kaiser on first down. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Isaiah. Crowell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. First down, he'll drop to throw. And the tight end Olsen, right side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. He's got Adams on the hook on. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Hey, that is right. Watch that in. All right, here we go. Green.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards there, 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Now let's go. Blue, line it. Over.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Leopard. Hurry up.
Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll set up to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers are back within a score. He's got it, and it's 24-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Yeah, he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Let's go!
Again, it's Kaiser. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's a give to Crowell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here we go!
Second down, Kaiser. Caught left side, Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jake Butt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all three of those positions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A 10th carry for Hyde. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase. And everyone
looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They begin with a run by Crowell, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more. Plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Time running out here on the play clock. A first down carry now for Crowell. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Now let's go.
And they will take a knee here. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go now.
And they take a knee. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Cleveland, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.